All right. Next, let's go to Genesis chapter 27, verse 11.
All
This
right.
going to kind of be a little long read.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're in the book of Genesis, chapter 27, starting from verse 11. And Jacob said to Rebekah, his mother, behold, Esau, my brother, is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing.
Kind of sluggish. So let me jump back there into to Genesis real quick. Oh, not again. I'm already in Genesis. Genesis chapter 25, real quick, sis. So we was reading where it explained that Esau came out red and hairy,
Mm-hmm.
and Jacob is saying, making the comment, yo, that odds are gonna know that it's not Esau. He gonna know this. So
Mm-hmm.
I want you to read down to, we start at 26. Read verse 27, and I want to say the verse 30.
Back in 25 and 30.
Okay.
Back
25 and start at verse 27.
Okay. Okay, because that's where we left off. Okay. Okay, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Kind of, we know Esau, the cocaine, they love to go hunting, man. They even got it set up. You can get your gaming license, your hunting license. They
Mm-hmm.
call it a gaming license. You go out there and just shoot some of them bucks and stuff. They even like to go into safaris and stuff and just kill zebras and lions and elephants and giraffe, kill every and anything they want to kill out there,
Mm.
right? And then us, Jake Israel, it ain't that we don't go out and do nothing, we don't venture, but man, we love to relax, man. We love to chill, we love to cook, love to enjoy ourselves. We more a simple people. We're not
Right.
for all that crazy nonsense, man.
Question. So
Okay.
they're not supposed to just be killing animals just to kill them. You're supposed to
Nah.
kill them to eat them. The ones
Yeah.
we allowed to eat. Those that's the only reason why we supposed to be bothering them.
Kind of that's it.
Right.
Not like
Mm-hmm.
we went through a lesson. I know Moses brought it out. This was probably like about a week or two ago. It's we not supposed to be doing it for fun. It's not a gaming thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just senselessly kill animals. And just even animals don't do that. A lion, if a lion is not hungry, he's not going to attack a zebra or a gazelle or anything. It's no purpose to do that. If the animals have that discipline and they animals, they can't think like we think and do stuff.
Right. They
You
follow
know,
nature. They follow the
yeah,
laws. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Look,
Yeah.
Esau is worse than an animal.
Mm,
Exactly, exactly.
absolutely. When you think about it, yeah.
He's the beast of
Yeah,
all beasts, man.
And on top of that, just to add, Esau is the original caveman, original
Mm-hmm.
Neanderthal.
So
They have
Mm-hmm.
that Neanderthal gene, DNA,
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
and everybody else don't.
Imagine that.
kind
They taught us in school that we came from cavemen. I'm pissed
yeah,
off about
lion, lion,
But they were
lion,
talking
lion.
about themselves.
Oh my goodness.
And
Yeah.
and and they the one that discovered it. Their own people did that research and found out they have Neanderthal DNA.
You know what? They
Mm-hmm.
already knew it was there. They just got to make it seem that's why they deceive us. They got to make it seem like innocent. And, oh, we didn't notice. They already knew that, man. They already knew it.
They don't teach that no more though. I see that.
Coming from the
Nah,
Canaan Mountains, they were the savages coming from the Canaan Mountains, man. They was
Mm.
the savages. They was the one
kind.
pillaging and hurting our people, raping our women and taking them captive, man. They were the savages, man. This is what Most I was preparing us to go into the land of Canaan, where we came up against these wicked nations that the Most High had us to destroy them. If they bucked, we destroyed them. As long
Hmm.
as they ain't bring no harm, hurt, or danger with us, they was left alone. But if they come up, rise up against us, the Most High had us to destroy them, man. I mean,
Kind.
kill them, some vicious, go in and destroy the whole camp of them, and but they was the ones that was envious of us. They feared us coming out of Egypt. They feared us knowing what, the Most High did with Pharaoh and all of Egypt. They know like Akbi said, they know who we are. They know who they are. So it's no getting around history. This is all
Con,
history. This is all written right here in this Bible. Is all written, and it's written in the books that they have written. They wrote those. They wrote. They look. They historians. They know. They know what's up. They know way more than we know. As long as we're outside of these scriptures, they can deceive us easily. We was
mhm,
taken captive among their nations, taught their way. That's what made us, to be the Gentiles that we, are, because we was alienated from the truth, and the Most High wanted us back with Him. So the prophets had to go out in the world to preach among these different nations to bring out our people from under these wicked, idolatrous nations that was teaching us. They sacrifice unto uh, idol gods, and we were dumbed down. But those we had ears to hear, we heard the truth. Hey, we came out from under those wicked spells, man. They had like a spell on us. The way they was doing us, it was some vicious, heinous, and they would want to break our spirit as young people, children, and be raised up to be slaves to them, to be servants to them. That's why when we go back and we know when I brought it out in verse 23 of the same chapter, they are going to serve us. The way we serving them now, I don't think it's going to be, we're not going to be as vicious as they are with us, but they out of line, they're going to get dealt with, and they will serve us, and the elders shall serve the younger. They're going to serve us. That's prophecy. What we read now, we serving them now under all of
con,
their wickedness, all of their savagery. You got to be a savage to be like, you know what? I'm going to kill this nigga, and I'm gonna make a idol. I'm gonna kill him, and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put it on postcards and show that this is the power that we have over them. Or they kill a big buck, boom, kill him just for his head to put it on the wall, just for a
con,
line for his coat. They did it for sport. You know, they hunted us for sport. It was nothing for them to like sick pit bulls to rip out man, to castrate that man, hang him upside down, and cut his manhood off of him. That's savagery
Mm,
to think about it. And then not only that, man, we're gonna roast his ass, and then we're gonna eat him after that.
mm,
That's pure savagery. That's they worse than a common four-legged beast. I just want to stay my heart and peace on that. The mic yours, King.
con. Yeah, some good stuff to touch on, man. And notice it says that Esau was a cunning, not just any type of hunter, a cunning hunter. Cunning. This man is skilled in deceit. Crab like they're crafty, man.
doing his
Very, very
homework.
crafty, man.
Doing that homework.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, sis.
All
Read
right, verse
verse
20.
28. Con,
Yes. Okay, this is Genesis 25 and verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And
hmm
Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
con. Keep reading. Matter of fact, keep reading. Stop at 32.
Uh-huh. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me?
Con. So the Esau just like, man, with this birthright, man. Look, I'd rather have, some food than a birthright, man. He didn't even consider the importance of having that birthright. It didn't even hit his mind because just like them type of people, man, that the nation of Caucasians, man, it don't mean nothing to them, man.
Hmm.
The way they do stuff, man. Hey, you take it now. I'm gonna come back and get it later by force,
Wow,
by
wow.
blood, man.
Yeah, he wasn't that cunning if he gave it up then.
Yeah, because to them, like having the birth, like what's the birthright gonna do? Like, oh man, I can't even exercise the right of this birthright or anything right now. They don't think like in the long run.
Right.
You got a lot of people that think like that now, man. What's the point of me, working, making this little bit of money
Right.
and then saving it, and then later, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
You want it now,
Yeah,
but it's yeah,
they don't want to
don't
work for it. They just want to take it.
come.
Also, Also, Salaki too. Also, understanding that birthright is a very important thing that we as Israel carried out throughout our heritage. This is throughout our link, the heritage of Israel, that that birthright be passed down from the father, mother to the elder child to take over what the mother and father had to cover the rest of the family with that. That birthright is very important. And once you understood that and knew that, that's not something that you take lightly. You know, like I was telling my brother, I was like, man, understanding this truth, knowing this truth, do you think I must give you my birthright like you the firstborn, man? Nah, man, I rule over you, you know. I'm gonna take care of you. You're not gonna take care of me. You're not able to look after me. I'm older than you. I know what's to come. I know what's around the corner. You don't. You moving blindly, doing whatever. You acting how you supposed to act. I'm big brother. I'm responsible for you. I'm supposed to cover you only if that's shown among the parents. And back then, it was very important to have a male child to pass down that birthright to that male child because it carries out the lineage, the heritage of the family, that's through blood. That Esau and Jacob, they blood brothers. They twins. They fraternal, born the same time, same womb. But they were two manner of different people. The Most High knew that. Most High knew that Esau was going to be a savage. Prophesied. Most High prophesied the type of man Esau was going to be, and prophesied the type of man Jacob was going to be before they was conceived. They was already, their lives was already foreordained, prophesied before their mother and father. But me being men, we gonna love our firstborn. We gonna love all our children. We're gonna love them all. But just through the prophecy of the Most High, hey, this your son gonna go this way. He gonna be this. He gonna be that. You like, okay, all right, but they don't stop you from loving them. You know, I'm sure. You know, Isaac loved his sons. I'm sure Abraham loved his grandsons. But this is that's the way the blood had rolled, had moved. You know, Esau was going to be this way, that way. And to sell that birthright was like selling your soul. Esau like really sold his soul to Jacob to like, man, look, give me that red pottage, give me that venison, man. I'm hungry. Not knowing the value of that birthright. And then once he did do it, he realized the importance of it later. But I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna let that out.
Yeah, and we gonna get on that. We
At
gonna
least
get on that.
Jacob asked him.
Yeah.
At least
We gonna get on that.
Jacob asked. He didn't take nothing. He asked him. He gonna be mad
Yeah,
about it
that show
later.
you how smart Jacob is. That show you how intelligent Jacob is. Chilling like B said, we man of the tent, chilling, laid back. We gonna do a home thing. We gonna cook. You know, we gonna be laid back. And being a man in the tent is like being a man in the truth. You know, study, learn. You know, Esau was cunning. He was about this. He was out there in the field hunting and getting dirty and grunty and smelly. And you know, Jacob back in the
That
tent,
Viking.
cooling, right? Cooling in his nice good garbs, his robes. You know, cooking. And look at he was in there cooking, doing his thing.
Yeah. Ain't
Esau
that what
come
we
out
like
the
to
field
do?
hungry. He's only want to smell that vintage. He smelled that vintage. He's like, man, I'm hungry, man. And Jacob was very cunning. I mean, Jacob was very intelligent, and smart enough to tell Esau, man, just sell me your birthright, man. And dude sold it. And Jacob said in verse 31, and Jacob said, sell me this day thou birthright. Jacob knew what he was talking about. And Esau said, I am that, you know, he ain't care about, like B said, he ain't care about that birthright of what it bring. But he found out later on. But I'm gonna let B go ahead and finish explaining
it. Yeah, matter of fact, sis,
Mhm.
read straight to verse 34. We gonna read this whole thing, verse 34.
All right, we left off of verse 32. Okay, so I'll read 32 again. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went away. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
So we got to despise his birthright, man. Like, careless. Like, he don't care.
No
That's just
respect
like
for
with
it.
Cain and Abel. Cain didn't care, man. Cain was, Lord, you accept that now. He didn't do nothing honorable to the Most High. Just whatever, you know. And the Most High knows, he knows us, man. The Most High can see our thoughts. He already knows us. right? I'm gonna jump to something real quick. In Romans, we go to Romans. There was 9 and 11.
All right.
Just to sprinkle a little bit more seasoning on this,
All
right?
right.
Read that for me. Romans 9 and verse 11.
All right. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil,
Come,
that the purpose of Yahweh according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
come. Now this is very important, very, very important to just digest the scripture right here, because the Most High already knew Esau was going to do that. He already knew it. Like I said, the Most High knows us, and it says before either one of them was even born, the Most High already had it set up. You know, the Most High knew he was going to pick Abraham. He knows he was going to go. Then he was going to slide to Isaac, and then Jacob. Most High already knew this stuff, right? So when we go into trying to overtalk the scriptures and we don't want to hear the Bible, we want to get each other's opinions. Nothing we can opinionate is going to supersede the Most High's word and his prophecies. You know, you
So,
can't say, well, oh, I don't see this kingdom ever ending. It's going to end. Trust and believe it.
mhm,
It's going to, even if it took another 20, 30, 100 years, it's going to end. If the
mhm,
Most High says
mhm.
it's going to end, look at the Medo-Persian Empire. That was a real strong empire there, and the Most High took their ass down with the Greeks. You know, he allowed them to be overthrown, right? Um,
So let's say something.
okay,
You
go ahead.
got people out here that's angry with the Most High because he doing that. So he ain't right. Why should I believe in him because he doing evil stuff like that?
Okay,
Like
the
you,
Most
he
High
can do what he
killing
want. He
babies.
created everything. So when you
Yeah,
create everything and you own everything, then you can do that. That's the power he has. That's why the power. That's what it means. You know, the people actually really angry with him for doing that.
come. It's like,
And also Salaka too,
come,
Aqua.
go ahead.
Also understand that when we read the verse 11 it says for the children being not yet born. So they're not born yet. But here it is, the Most High is prophesying unto Rebekah and Isaac what is to come of their children. They neither have done any good or evil. They not did nothing good,
Hmm.
nothing bad. And it says that the purpose of Yahweh, calling them into existence, foreordaining their lives before are born, God, according to the election, might stand. It says the boy's not doing no good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh God, according to election, might stand. The election, whatever God chooses,
Hmm.
that's what it is. Whatever he say it
Come,
is, that's what it is. No bucking that. Not of works. The boys have not done any good or evil. They ain't done it. They
hmm,
not even born yet to do anything good or great or bad or evil. The Most High's calling it as it is. But of him that calleth, the Most High calleth their lives to be what they are going to be. The Most
hmm.
High call our lives to be what he foreordained our lives to be. No man can buck that. No man can do come against or do away with the Most High's will. The Most High will for this or that to be for our lives before we born. What we gonna say? All we can do is humble ourselves down to the Most High. That's all we can do because He the one that calleth. He the one called Jacob and Esau into existence. He the one called uh, them to be born before Rebecca conceived. This is before she got pregnant because she could not get pregnant until the Most High allowed her to be pregnant.
Come,
She didn't understand what was going on within her own body. The Most High told him what was going on in her body. You got two different type of people. They twins, two manner of different people in you, two nations of people in you, two nations. They separate people. That's the Most High calling that to be what it is. I'm just going to be right there, mute my mic on that off.
come. Sis, read verse 12.
Okay, verse 12. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Come, and that's that line upon line, precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little, right? This is the same thing that's being repeated from the Old Testament and the New Testament. So We we know we're not crazy when we say
Right.
the New Testament does reiterate the Old Testament. It backs
Right.
it up,
Yeah,
right?
they get mad when we go to the Old Testament, but all it
Yeah,
is a recap. This is the
that's
proof. What we saying?
exactly. Just like you watching the TV show and yeah, the season 2 coming on, they going back
Yeah.
to recap season 1, everything that
Right.
happened. This was
Mm-hmm.
happening right here,
Catch
right?
up. Let you catch up.
Come.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We was at Genesis. All right, we finished that
Yeah.
up. Now
We
we
was at
got
Genesis 27. Yeah.
come.
Mhm.
Oh, you said 27. We was on
No, I said you
27.
want to go
Go
back
back,
to
go back.
the if
Okay,
you're going back
come.
to Genesis, we was on 27 and 11.
Salaki. You're right. You're right. But let me. I'm gonna just want to say this right quick with the food. Esau, like he said, he sold his birthright, for a meal, man. Didn't think about nothing else. He must have been that hungry. But I ain't never
Mm-mm.
been that hungry to
Mm-mm.
sacrifice nothing good for myself, man.
Right.
Right?
He ain't think about the future. He ain't think about the future, what that gonna bring for
No,
him.
he didn't
He was
care at
young and
all.
wild out, man. Esau was young and wild, man. He was cunning. He was cunning. He knew how to get out there in the field. He knew how to hunt whatever animal down to get it, kill it, bring it home. He was yeah, he like that right now till this day. He know about
Mm-hmm.
their warfare. He know about how to strategize and how to outsmart the enemy on the field. He know how to do that. He come with that. For to be cunning and be a great hunter, you got to be specialized in your weaponry. You got to know what kind of weapon and what kind of traps to set to catch the particular animal that you want to catch. All
God,
all all weapons don't work for all animals. All traps don't work for all animals. So he had to be cunning and smart enough to know what I got to set this big deep pit for this wild hog. So when he got get to run, I get to chase him. He fall in this pit, he ain't gonna get out. Or if he wanted to trap any kind of animal, he had to strategize how to capture that animal. You got to be very intelligent to do that. You got to be studying these animals, man. You can't just run up on a wild boar, a wild bull, and think you're gonna just apprehend them like that, or wild cat, or wild, any animal. Esau was efficient with as a great hunter. The Bible says that he was a great hunter, cunning at that. So you think he didn't have the weapon that he needed to deal with whatever kind of animal he wanted to hunt? Oh yeah, he was efficient. Take
God.
take nothing from that.
And this a verse too. I want y'all to just keep this verse in mind. Read verse 28 again for me in Genesis 25, sis.
Oh, Genesis 25. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna jump back over to Genesis 27.
Okay, this is book of Genesis 25 and 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
Now I want y'all to keep that in mind. You know, keep that verse in mind. And let's jump to Genesis chapter 27.
Okay.
All right.
I left
Let's say we
off.
start at verse.
I left off at 12.
Okay, come. Go ahead,
You want
pick
me?
back up.
Okay. All right. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 13. And his mother said unto him, Upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice and go fetch me them. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother. And his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son.
So Rebecca's she about to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Esau already forfeited that birthright. So Re- Rebecca's she's helping to forward the Most High's plan. As I say, according to the election, this wasn't because they done good or evil. Esau ain't do no evil yet. Nothing bad came from him at the moment, but the Most High foresee his whole future. But it's like keep going.
Verse 16. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread, which she had prepared, into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. Yes. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord thy God brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank.
God, Slocking. Just 1 second. Just interject for a second. So what Rebecca did was make Jacob appear to be Esau by adding the hair of the kid from the goats on his arms and his neck to make him feel hairy and put Esau's clothes on him. And we read early in Genesis 25 and 28 when it said that Isaac loved to eat the venison of Esau, his son Esau. He liked when he would go out hunting and bring that venison back. So the mother, cooked it up for him all nice, just the way he liked it, and got Jacob going in there to go ahead and get this blessing. Remember, Esau already forfeited the blessing. So this is all a part of the Most High's plan. This is just the way the plan is rolling out. Sometimes in scriptures you'll see the ending first of something, and then later in the scriptures you'll see the beginning of it, and you get the backstory. It's like again using TV shows. Sometimes you see the ending of what happened, and then you go back and you see the beginning of how everything started. But block it. Keep going, sis.
Verse 26. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near me now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which the Lord hath blessed.
Con. And Rebecca, man, she had Jacob set up just so much to just emulate Esau as if he was really him, even down to the smell, because he had his clothes on. Keep going, sis.
Verse 28. Therefore, God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be every one that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an ending, Salakia, and it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau.
Con. Salaki, 1 second, sis. 1 second. So now we got Esau come after Jacob already gets the blessing. So now Esau, maybe he didn't consider now, you know what? Let me go to my father and get a blessing now. Now come back, realization, not even thinking, what he actually did when he sold his birthright. But keep going, sis.
Verse 33.
Salakia, real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You know, people talk about what Jacob did to Esau was lying. He stole his birthright and everything. But Esau was the one that was in the wrong because he knew he sold his birthright to his brother. So when his father said what he said about to get the venison so that he can bless him, he should have told his father right then and there, Dad, I actually gave the birthright to Jacob. So
Mm-hmm.
you should be blessing Jacob and not me.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't do that.
Mhm.
He went along. He basically said, "Yeah, I give you my birthright and everything," but never really wanted to give it to him in the first place. So that as soon as Isaac was going to bless him, he was just going to take it. So
Mm-hmm.
that would have been treacherous of him to do. So of
Yeah.
course, the Most High seen all of this
Yeah, he
being
played
played
himself,
out,
right? He played himself.
and that's why Rebecca told Jacob what to do and everything, and what he did was right because that blessing was Jacob's and not Esau. But
God,
of course, Esau is a liar. He was a liar from the beginning, from the
Mm-hmm.
womb, and this is to be expected of him to this day.
Absolutely. All
God,
right.
exactly. That's his personality. That's everything about him, man. You know, and clearly, just the way you put it, Doc Moses, Esau, he could have said that, and it wouldn't have made it a difference if he would have said it, but it would have gave like a different perspective in the scriptures. But as I say earlier, the way the Most High everything play out is just the way he wanted it to play out. That just that's just it. Most High said even before either one of them was born, this is how it's gonna be. And thus said the Most High, that's it happens.
Right. We
Um
just being entertained.
yeah, we just this the Most
Mhm.
High show. We just playing our
Yep.
roles, man.
Right. Right.
Written aforetime for our learning.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Con.